Back in the early 2000s, the music industry was in total chaos. Piracy ruled the world. Napster had been shut down, but then came LimeWire, BitTorrent, and dozens of other platforms where anyone could download songs for free. Millions of people stopped buying CDs. iTunes sales weren't enough to replace the losses, and record labels were bleeding billions. It looked like the entire industry was collapsing. Enter Spotify. In 2006, two Swedish entrepreneurs, Daniel Ek and Martin Lorentzon, set out with a radical idea. What if music was so easy, so instant, and so affordable that piracy simply wasn't worth the trouble? Their vision wasn't about owning songs, it was about access. All the music you want instantly on demand, for free with ads or for a small monthly fee. But turning that idea into reality was almost impossible. Streaming at scale was a technical nightmare. Negotiating licenses with giant record labels seemed hopeless. The labels distrusted tech companies after being burned by piracy, and they weren't eager to hand over their catalogs. For years, Spotify was stuck in negotiations, bleeding money while trying to prove the model could even work. Ek persisted. He convinced the labels that Spotify was their best shot at survival, a legal, controlled platform that could finally compete with piracy. In 2008, Spotify launched in Sweden. At first it was invitation only, but word spread fast. The platform felt magical. You could type the name of almost any song and it would start playing instantly. No downloads, no viruses, no shady file sharing. Just music. That experience changed how people thought about music forever. By the time Spotify expanded to the US in 2011, the momentum was unstoppable. The service attracted millions of users, and as subscriptions grew, so did the company's leverage with artists and labels. Slowly, the industry began to stabilize. Today, Spotify has over 600 million users and more than 250 million paying subscribers. It didn't just solve piracy, it redefined how music is created, discovered, and consumed. Playlists replaced albums, algorithms replaced radio DJs, and new artists could break through without ever signing with a major label. What started as a desperate attempt to fix a collapsing industry became a cultural revolution. Spotify went from a tiny Swedish startup to one of the most influential platforms in the world. The lesson? Sometimes the most powerful businesses are born not from chasing opportunity, but from solving a crisis. Spotify didn't just fight piracy. It reinvented the way the world experiences music. And that is the blueprint for 0 to 1 thinking. Take what looks like an impossible problem and build the solution no one else is bold enough to try.